Testing, testing.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, hey, hey.
Artemis 2.
Oh, I'm from the other side of the moon.
How is it over there?
You know, it's far away. I don't think Google Maps works over here.
Wouldn't that be wild if Google Maps had like the stupid little cars on the moon?
Oh, that would be amazing.
Okay, well, let's see how this sounds.
Okie doke. Hi, Charlotte.
Madeline, good day.
We're back.
We are back with another episode of the Sports Gossip Show on different, I was about to say continents, but it's just states.
Just different states. Cutter likes to say to me sometimes, like if we're in different states, I go, "Oh, what's the time over there?" And it's, one state over. And then for a second, I'm like, "Wait, is it a different time zone?" And it's not.
Well, this was a big topic of discussion in my family. I'm with my parents and my husband, and we were like, Indianapolis, because the men's Final Four and championship game was there. Indianapolis, and they were like, doesn't feel like it should be in the same time zone. And I was like, I know. And it shocked me when I had to go there for work and I landed, this was years ago, and my phone was the same time. I was like, my phone's broken.
Oh, I would feel like that would be a central time zone.
It should be, but it's East Coast.
Wow. Okay, the more you know.
You know what else is?
What?
Michigan.
Which we will get to. This episode is jam-packed. The first thing we'll be talking about is March Madness results, which includes Michigan. We will also be getting into a Masters preview, a shocking WNBA trade. Uh-oh. And of course, another round of compressed flowers.
Yes. And we have a little bit of housekeeping, as they say in the biz. We are only doing one episode this week because I've got some family stuff and we're a little burnt out, if you want to pull the curtain back.
Yes. We're going to take a little break. We're going to sleep in, as they say.
We're tired. This is,
We're tired.
We're tired. So
we
need a half a spring break.
Yeah, it's our spring break. So you'll only hear from us right now, this week. Actually, another housekeeping thing. We launched a new little subscription service on Instagram with a chat and some exclusive content like AMAs. We'll be doing live reactions to breaking news for subscribers. We were on Substack. I know I keep plugging Substack, but I just think more people are on Instagram. And that's where where our shareholders are living. So we have paused subscriptions on Substack. You can still subscribe for free. sportsgossipshow.substack.com. We'll still be sending out newsletters. But if you want additional content and like in-game chats, things like that, they will be on our Instagram at sportsgossip.
Yes. So put crassly, if you paid us through Substack, that's ending. And if you want to keep supporting us more, you can do it on Instagram.
Woohoo!
And we will have chats and stuff there. It's just easier. It's on one place. Most of you are on Instagram interacting with us anyway. So
yeah,
we'll give it a try. And support your local artists.
Support your local small business.
Small Business Saturday.
And while you're at it, hey, hit us a follow on Instagram at Sports Gossip and TikTok at Sports Gossip Show, and subscribe on YouTube and all platforms where you listen or watch
Smash that subscribe button.
Smash that subscribe.
Let's do
I have to
some
ask my
March
question.
Madness. Oh,
no,
sorry.
I'm sorry. I have to interrupt.
Please.
If I don't say it now, I'm going to forget. It has to do with basketball, actually. So maybe it's a good segue into March Madness. I was with some family in Boston at a lovely Passover celebration, and we were doing a hypothetical. The hypothetical question for our shareholders, you can put your answers in, I guess, in our chat on Instagram or on our YouTube comments. Would you rather win $1 million today? You just get $1 million, okay? Or have a year to make 200 free throws in a row and you win $100 million? What would you pick?
This is an unbelievable question. I would pick the $1 million. There's no way in hell that I'm making 200 free throws in a row.
I agree. I would take the $1 million. It was a split answer. Some people were like, well, the odds are, there was a lot of math involved. People were getting out the odds.
Well,
and they were saying,
out.
well, yeah, it was
with your
a lot
family.
of, yes, a lot of nerds, which we love.
We love.
They were confident that if they had a year to practice, you could make it at one point during the year. Because you have a whole year. It's not like you get a year to prep and then you only have one chance to do it.
Yeah.
I still would take, I would take the $1 million. I would take the $1 million.
I would take the $1 million. I think it depends on I feel like, this is interesting because I feel like you and I as people are both, I think we're realistically delusional is how I would put it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like you and I, we know our limits and our heights, and there are certain things where we contain more hubris than anybody in the world, and there are also not hubris. That has a negative connotation. We believe in ourselves, but then we also know when not to, and I think this is one of those instances.
I agree.
Yeah,
but I'm posing it to our shareholders. Curious what they would do with this pointless hypothetical.
I love it. Well, I will pose it. We're doing Passover a week late with my family, so I will pose it at our family Seder, and I'll see what the responses are there.
Perfect. I love it.
Great. Okay, March Madness.
Yes.
We have Houston. We have a winner. I
guess it's only a problem for the teams who lost.
What do you mean?
Like Houston, we have a problem. You said we have a winner. I said it's only a problem for the teams who lost.
For the women, it's a problem for South Carolina, who got totally blown out by UCLA. Oh. Congrats to UCLA. And for the men, it is a problem for UConn because Michigan won. That was last night. We'll get to that in a sec. First, huge congrats to UCLA. I really like this team. There are 6 seniors on it. Lauren Betts and her sister Sienna. I believe you put this in there. Are they the first sisters?
Oh, I don't know if they're the first.
Or did you not put that in there?
No, I didn't put that in there. I just know they're sisters. But that's a great question. It was the first time UCLA has won a national championship in women's basketball, so that was very exciting.
That was very exciting. Coach Corey Close celebrated with her mom on the broadcast, which was so cute.
So cute.
There was also Gabby Jaquez, who is an amazing shooter. Her brother Jaime plays for the Heat. He was there, and he said that because she won a national championship and he didn't, she has the bragging rights of the family.
Oh, I agree. She definitely has the bragging rights, no question.
Yeah.
He can't compete with that if he doesn't have it.
No, also, the Heat haven't won a championship with him on the team, so
no,
get going, Jaime.
Get going. Playoffs are coming soon, so get moving.
They are.
Get moving.
The NBA. It's the NBA, Colin. It's a coming.
Houston, we have a problem.
Oh God, this is why we need just one episode.
Yes. Well, congrats to UCLA. That's great. I love it. I lived in LA for 10 years. I feel a connection to UCLA, but not that strong. But a spiritual connection, remotely. Didn't go there. Just drove by the campus a lot, and would go to their doctors.
Oh yes. As one does. I went to an In-N-Out near UCLA once.
Oh, probably one in like Westwood or something.
Sure.
Oh, I love
rented a car. It was a Jeep Wrangler that didn't work. I don't know.
Wait, why did you rent a Jeep Wrangler? They didn't give you a Toyota Corolla? No, because I was 25. It was an early work trip, and I rented a car from one of those services that was it's $10 a day. And then, it was a disaster. Oh, boy.
Yeah, we made it. The thing that everybody was talking about when it comes to women's basketball, which by now I'm sure if you are a sports fan, you have heard of this. UConn head coach Geno Auriemma during the Final Four game went at head coach of South Carolina, Dawn Staley, because he was mad that she didn't shake his hand, and he gave an interview in the fourth quarter saying that she was saying bad things to the refs. And it was just one of those things where it's like this, and then he doubled down in a press conference, and I think everybody can agree it was a bad look, especially because they did shake hands. He was upset that Sarah Strong, one of his star players, her jersey was ripped, and he said the officials didn't call anything, but Sarah Strong ripped her own jersey. And I think all of this has been litigated at this point. Bad look for Geno. Dawn handled it all really well. She kept saying in interviews, like, you got to ask Geno about that. But let's look at this, Madeline, from a PR angle.
Yes, let's do it. Geno released a statement, and I'd like to read the statement because I know we have some thoughts on it. He said, quote, "There's no excuse for how I handled the end of the game versus South Carolina. It's unlike what I do and what our standard is here at Connecticut. I want to apologize to the staff and the team at South Carolina. It was uncalled for in how I reacted. The story should be how well South Carolina played, and I don't want my actions to detract from that. I've had a great relationship with their staff, and I sincerely want to apologize to them." Emphasis on them and the word staff.
What's Madeline? What is it? What's missing from this apology?
He doesn't apologize to the person he yelled at.
Whose name is not in this statement?
I don't see a name that starts with a D in here. I don't see the letters DAWN spelled anywhere.
Or STALEY.
Yeah, this statement, it's funny because at this point I'm like, why release this statement? This just feels petty and doubles down on the fact that he's not apologizing.
Yeah, because it reads to me, Geno, we know, is a stubborn guy. He's not questioning his basketball coaching abilities by any means. He's won more basketball game championships, Final Fours, legendary. But I think this seems like a coach who doesn't want to apologize, because in his press conference, he again doubled down. He was like, I don't have anything to apologize for. And I think I don't see an older gentleman set in his ways changing his mind a day later necessarily. Do you know what I mean? I feel like, yes, it's one thing to have public pressure and be like, oh, maybe I did mess up. But I don't know that I see this statement to me reads like I'm still not apologizing. I'm still not actually sorry for what I did. But my staff is so on me that if I don't release something, he knew he had to release something, but he's like, I'm not apologizing to Dawn. She didn't shake my hand before the game. And everyone's like, oh my God. Like that's kind of how this reads. And obviously that's speculation, but I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. It also kind of reads to me like an older sibling who got in trouble for like getting in a fight or doing something mean to their younger sibling, and they don't really want to apologize. And they go up to them with like their head down and just are like, here you go. And it's the toy they took, but it's not really an apology. That's to me what this reads as. Like, honestly, I'm like, Geno, I can see you as a kid. I see this is, to me, it feels like a statement of an older sibling fake apologizing to their younger sibling.
Yeah, it's where parents like go say, I'm sorry, Nathan. And then, little Gregory walks over there and he's like, sorry. And they're like, tell him what you're sorry for. And he's like, nothing, here's the truck. And like runs away,
And he's like, I didn't do anything. Yes, that's exactly what this is.
Yeah. Okay, well, so we'll see how that develops, although I feel like maybe it's just over.
Yeah, feels over.
Anyway. Men, Michigan won. And you and I were texting during this game. I didn't like it. We didn't like it.
I didn't like it. I'm sorry to any Michigan shareholders out there, but I got bad vibes towards Michigan. I'm sorry. Something about all the cheating, a lot of scandals in just their athletics department. I know that they had this coach that came in. He's been the coach for 2 seasons, I believe, kind of turned the program around, which like, that's great. But there's something about it. I don't know. It's like bad vibes.
You know what the vibes were? First of all, I agree. I think I used to kind of have a soft spot for Michigan, but then after all of these scandals and cheating scandals and just the athletic department seeming like it's a mess and nobody really answering for all of this, we did an episode on it a little while ago if any shareholders aren't familiar. and want to go hear what they've been up to for the past 10 years. Long list of scandals. It was just like didn't feel great, but also this Michigan team was the first team to ever win a national championship starting 5 transfers. So basically what it feels like, and look, this is a bigger conversation about college sports that we do not have to have right now because we don't have time, but maybe we should at some point, especially in light of some things going on with the Tennessee women's program, which we will address in a later episode in the coming weeks. It felt like you can buy a national championship. And I know that like that's kind of how college sports works now, but I think that and you can debate what's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I get that that's possible. But there was something about like UConn, who has Alex Caravan, the senior, who may not play in the NBA, but he's just like been there, where you're kind of like, oh, there is a nice feeling, whether it's delusional or not, to think this in this age of college sports, of like sticking around or loyalty or whatever it is, which isn't even real because I know everybody's bought, but I don't know. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Oh, yeah. No, I 100% agree. I think I texted you this. My husband and I were talking about this. Like, if you change the jerseys and they were wearing G League jerseys, I would just think it was a G League game. Yeah. You know, it's like at this point, they're just essentially a mini professional league, college sports in a lot of ways. It doesn't, you know, Cutter and I were talking about, like, remember when you would just follow the same players for 4 years? Like the Duke players, the JJ Redick time. Like, I knew every single player and followed them all through college. And you just don't get that opportunity anymore because the nature of college sports has just changed with NIL and transfer. So it's just not the same. It's like you might as well be watching essentially just a mini G League game. Yeah, basically.
Totally. And so, you know, congrats to Michigan, I guess.
Congrats to Michigan. I will say, I texted you this, but love Dan Hurley. He's a sicko. That man,
coach of UConn.
Coach of UConn. He was screaming and shouting and hollering that whole game. And I'm like, I need to know, does this man, he just has that dog in him? Does he drink coffee? Because I feel like that wouldn't energize him enough. Like, that is in his soul, that energy.
Yes, he is. It's also being married to someone who played basketball in New Jersey. Like, he is New Jersey basketball in a way. Like, he's a sicko. He's one of the coaches who's a sicko. Oh, also, I forgot to tell you, so you know how Bill Murray, the comedian, his son, Luke Murray, is an assistant coach at UConn. He is now that the season's over, the head coach at BC, Boston College.
Yeah.
I think that to be a successful comedian and to be a successful basketball coach, you have to have the same kernel of sickoness. You have to have the same kernel of something in your brain is different. And it can verge on, it's either darkness or success, and sometimes they come together. But I think that is the same thing for comedians and college basketball coaches.
Yes.
Where you're like, there is a kernel of something in both Dan Hurley and Bill Murray that you're like, Chris Farley. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yes, it's a special sauce. It's a secret ingredient. They have the same secret ingredient in their brains. Whatever that is. Yes, I 100% agree.
Dan Hurley, did you hear them talking on the broadcast about how his suit, he's worn the same suit every game and the lining is coming out, like his suit's literally falling apart? Yes. And he was like, but I can't do anything about it until after the game. His wife said that she, during the Final Four game, had to have someone drive her to the hotel, got a car during the game to get his lucky bracelet because Dan Hurley had forgotten it. He made her go during the game to get him his bracelet. I mean, this man. He's a
sicko. He's a sicko. Yeah. Again, it's deep in his soul, and I love it, and I respect it.
Nothing but respect.
Nothing but respect. Wow. Well, congrats to Michigan, and congrats to UCLA. Before we move on to a Masters preview, I do have to give a final update in our Sports Gossip Show shareholders March Madness bracket winners. Wow. Men's tournament, Charlotte, I don't know if you know where you placed. I ended up in the men's bracket for our shareholders in 102nd place.
Okay.
Not great.
I don't know where I placed, Do you know where I place?
What was your name?
Charlotte says go Pats.
Did you do the men's one too? Hold on, I'm checking.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
I made it.
You also were in 102nd. That's really funny.
We tied?
We tied.
Are you kidding me?
We tied for 102nd with 2 other shareholders. Yes.
All right. Well, good company.
So,
okay.
But anyways, the winner of our men's tournament is Alicia. And Alicia, if you're listening, send us a DM on Instagram. We will have a little merch prize package. Our merch is coming soon. We will give you all an update when that is finalized, but you will be getting a little merch package. So if you want it, Alicia, send us a DM on Instagram at Sports Gossip. Finish in first place. I still don't really understand how the points work, but she got 1,590 points and was ranked. Wait. This is actually kind of crazy. Alicia, you were ranked 22,000th of all the ESPN tournament challenge brackets for the men's.
That's really good.
That is really good. Wow.
Millions of people fill those things out.
Yeah. Congrats, Alicia. Okay.
Wow, good job.
Moving on to the women's. I finished in 139th place.
Oh, boy.
Charlotte, you finished in... Do you remember who you picked for the winner? Because that would maybe help me. You picked UConn. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking.
I could just look, I guess.
We had a lot of shareholders pick UConn, and unfortunately, didn't work out for us. Hold on. I'm standby.
I could just check.
Yeah, why don't you check? I can't. Oh, I found you. Oh, wow, Charlotte, you finished 59th in the women's. Very
All
good.
Right.
Our winner, who I've already DM'd, we've communicated on Instagram, Ashley Moy, 13. Woo!
Yay! Clap,
Ashley
clap, clap.
got 1,720 points, picked UCLA to win, and ranked, are you ready for this?
Yes.
9,000th of all the brackets, all the women's brackets.
Okay.
Wow. So
I'm so proud of our shareholders.
They're so good.
They're so good.
Anyways, Alicia, send us a DM on Instagram. We'll get you sorted.
Perfect. Yeah, eventually. We know.
Yeah, eventually. Eventually. Merch is coming soon, we promise. We're just finalizing the samples. So they look nice.
I'm very excited about this.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Should we talk about the Masters?
Yes.
The Masters are coming up, and we are going to start. Full disclosure, we do very much like this brand that we're about to talk about, Malbon. They sent us some really, really cool items. I wore one on the show. It was a sweater vest. Madeline, you've worn.
And not sponsored. Not sponsored. They sent it to us, though. So we're disclosing. Shareholders. We're disclosing.
But the reason we bring all that up is because the golfer Jason Day is sponsored by Malbon, and his outfits leaked somehow. I don't know if this was an official thing that was supposed to come out, but basically he is wearing some of the coolest stuff I've ever seen to the Masters.
It's unbelievable. If you like birds, you will like Jason Day's Masters outfits, is all I'll say.
Yes,
they're covered in birds.
The birds of Georgia. This is directly for you.
It's for me.
A famous bird lover.
My people. Yeah. Famous bird lover.
Famously lover of birds.
I saw a tweet that was like, at some point in your 30s, you will just start liking birds. It'll happen overnight, and that will just be your life now. And I'm waiting for that day.
Has that happened to you yet?
It hasn't happened yet, but I'm getting close.
Oh,
I've been more intrigued. Okay, so there you go.
A couple years ago. Yeah, I know the name of every bird.
Well, Cook, go ahead. Tell us about this Birds of Georgia.
Well, I don't have it. I don't know. I don't have those pulled up. I don't know those birds. I'm sure. You know what?
I know that the top has a bunch of different birds. Everything from orioles to cardinals to woodpeckers. So it is just a whole collage.
I see it. We got a cardinal, we got an oriole, we got a bluebird, we got a chickadee, we got
Charlotte's cooking.
You know what the thing is, though, that I think something's wrong with me, because as a child I really liked to know the names of birds. Do you remember those clocks that every hour had a different bird sound?
Yes.
So I once asked my mom if I could get one of those, and she said no. So then I got it for her for Mother's Day.
And you're like, this is for me.
Well, I was like, this is for you. And she was like, no, it's not. But we hung it up. So when I hear a chickadee, I still think of 6 o'clock. When I hear a mourning dove, it is 7 p.m. A cardinal's 9 p.m., so.
Wow. It's a good way to memorize different types of birds. I think, Malbon, if you're listening, which I think we know you're listening, we may need to hook Charlotte up with some of this Birds of Georgia gear.
I would flip.
Just saying.
I would flip. Look, between the two of us, I've got the bird part, you've got the Georgia part.
Exactly. It's a win-win. It's a win-win. Wow, I love that.
Yeah. So anyway, they had a full set for him, top and pants, and I think they ran it by Augusta because last year he was told to take off his sweater vest by Malbon because they said it was too busy. So this year they were like, "Can he wear this?" And Augusta, the golf club, it's more than a golf club; it's like a cult. They said you can wear the top but not the pants.
Okay, that feels fair.
Yeah,
that feels fair. Now, here's my question. For another round, can he wear the pants but not the top?
That's a great question.
Augusta, if you're listening, let us know. What was the final verdict?
Can you imagine if Augusta's listening?
Nothing would bring me greater joy than to know that Augusta's listening. Truly. My favorite thing about the Masters is like, it is truly, I think, probably the most exclusive sporting event. It is almost impossible to get tickets. Like Wimbledon is a challenging ticket to get, but you can get it. The Masters, it's like you either know a golfer, are a member of Augusta National, or win the lottery. Literally a lottery. And that's it. It's like, good luck.
Yeah. No, it's a good point. There's also something about Augusta and our show that feel like they are both similar and the opposite of each other.
Please continue.
No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to continue, okay. But I'm just because I'm going to get myself in trouble if I keep talking. But, there's nothing would make more sense or be funnier than us at the Masters.
Truly nothing would be funnier. And because don't the Masters have a very strict no phone policy?
They sure do.
I'm pretty sure when the golf, I think you could have your phone if you're getting a snack, which the snacks are cheap. The food is very cheap.
Wait,
what? Can you not?
You
have
mean
your phone?
Like to use Apple Pay?
Well, yeah, but I mean also to check your phone. But when the tournament, I think when you're watching the tournament, someone's going to correct me, but I'm pretty sure they have a very strict. You can't take photos during a golfer going up. Like you can't while the sport is happening. No phones, which I love.
You know what? I love that. I love that. I don't like phones or computers very much.
Oh, we know. You should see Charlotte's setup right now.
No, don't. Come on.
It's unbelievable. That's all I'm going to say. It's unbelievable.
You know what? Let's just tell everybody. I am sitting in the basement of my parents' house on a couch, and my computer is resting on an old Igloo cooler.
Unbelievable. Well, we haven't addressed the fact that my mic is in a mug.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at.
Anyway, so that's another aspect of Jason Day's outfit is that there's a shirt that is like an homage to fly fishing because apparently on the par 3 course at Augusta, there's a pond called Ike's Pond named after Dwight Eisenhower. Maybe you've heard of him. And they used to have a bass fishing competition for golfers who got there early, but then it stopped in the 70s, and I feel like they should probably bring back the fishing.
I think so. Why not? It's fun.
Anyway.
Wow.
All right.
Well, let's talk about some key players.
Please.
Rory McIlroy, who you may know, Irishman. Like I said, again, Ireland, if you're listening. Say nothing. Oh, I'm listening to the book. Fabulous. And I bought the book. So
you know what? Sorry, I just got my hair in my face.
Yes, what?
I'm going to do some free plug for the author Patrick Radden Keefe, who wrote the book Say Nothing, because his book, London Falling, his new one, came out today. And we're just big fans of his work. And I think he's in the New York area. So, Patrick, if you're listening and you want to come on the show,
In the same breath, Ireland, if you're listening, let us come. But also, Patrick, if you're listening, come on the pot.
I don't know.
Oh, that would be fabulous. Anyways.
Sorry.
It's all right. Rory won the Masters last year, but he's obviously an incredible golfer, but how I know him more intimately is because of his personal life section on Wikipedia, because it is dense. I don't know if you...
Sorry. Erin, you're just cracking me up. A dense personal life section is incredible.
It's like a flourless chocolate cake. Dense.
Or compressed personal life section.
Yes.
Okay.
Rory used to be engaged to tennis star Caroline Wozniacki. This was many years ago. But my favorite thing about that, and I'm pretty sure this is confirmed, but he broke off their engagement over the phone.
Yeah.
Do you remember this? Reading about this?
Maybe. Do you think
the breakup wasn't great?
Was it at the Masters and he picked up one of the phone booth phones because you're not allowed to have your cell phone?
I would love that. But no, I don't think it was at the Masters.
You think it was an iPhone to iPhone situation?
But like an early iPhone, because I think they dated many years ago.
BlackBerry to BlackBerry?
Oh, that feels more right.
Which would it make it better if you got broken up with over the phone if it was from a BlackBerry or an iPhone? I think it makes it better if it's a BlackBerry. I can't explain
I think it's better if it's a BlackBerry.
Okay.
Rory, if you're listening, let us know. Confirm or deny.
Jeez.
But he's married to a woman named Erica Stoll, who was a former PGA of America employee. But what's odd, or sort of odd, Rory filed for divorce back in May of 2024, one day after he won a tournament from Erica. But then by June 2024, he said, just kidding, and withdrew the divorce. And Rory said, quote, "We have resolved our differences and look forward to a new beginning." So do with that information what you will.
Good for them. It's sort of like, you hear people calling off weddings. You don't hear as often about people calling off divorces. So
no.
True. So there's that.
True. And maybe they had a moment. Wait.
What?
Maybe they had a moment like Steve and Miranda in Sex and the City when they met on the Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh.
You remember?
Yeah.
Maybe they had that. They met on the course.
Speaking of Sex and the City, I'm on the couch where I used to binge Sex and the City as a high schooler.
Fabulous show.
Am I wrong, or is this the second show in a row that we've brought up Sex and the City?
Did we bring it up last week?
Remember, we were talking about the 2000s, and you were like, "No, I think it actually came out in 1999."
Oh, wait. Yeah, I think we did talk about. Wow, that's weird. Well, not
Sex
sponsored by HBO.
If you're listening. Also, we have to talk about Scottie Scheffler for the Masters, a golfer who his son, Remy, he and his wife had a son, Remy, on March 27th. And he is now there at the Masters. He's 9 days old, and they brought the whole family. And that is impressive to me.
Yeah, it's very impressive. Impressive for the family, his wife. Congrats. It's funny because he clearly has a baby trend with the Masters, because last year he had to withdraw because of the birth of his other son. So he is like a baby theme around the Masters, but this year he is competing.
That's wild. Also, that's very close together to have children.
Very. Some would say Irish twins.
Ireland. Ireland, if you're listening. Patrick O'Keefe.
Patrick. Yes. For those who don't know who Scottie Scheffler is, he's a very good golfer. There isn't really a clear favorite for the Masters this year. He seems to be a little bit ahead of potentially being a favorite, but it's really anyone's game, as they say.
Is it?
But he is entering... What?
I was just going to say, whose game it isn't? Tiger Woods, but I don't know if we were ready to transition yet.
No, but you know what? I'll wrap this up because I'll end on a Scottie that relates to the law, and then we'll seamlessly transition to Tiger. But Scottie's entering the Masters on his longest winless drought in nearly 4 years. So who knows? But if you recall, speaking of the law, in 2024, Scottie Scheffler was arrested near the venue of the PGA Championship. He ended up, the charges were dismissed. It was like he drove his car and the cop was like, don't go. And then the cop claimed that Scottie Scheffler like assaulted him, from what I remember, like hit a police. And it clearly came out later that wasn't the case. The charges were dropped, but it was a very dramatic start to the PGA Championship.
Yeah, he like, the cop was like, he dragged me with his car. And everyone was like, no, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
And then he didn't.
No, he didn't. So anyways, we will see. But speaking of arrests, go ahead, Charlotte. Tee this one up.
Tiger Woods. Tee this
Woods.
one up. I see what you did there. Yeah, so this is obviously, this whole thing, the Tiger Woods thing, is very sad. He was arrested again for another DUI. The footage of him in the back of the police car, which went viral last week, we had Morgan Riddle on the show, so we didn't talk about it as like a normal roundup episode. It was reported, Madeline, that a private jet owned by Tiger Woods landed in Zurich in Switzerland in the early morning hours of Friday, April 3rd. And this comes combined with a statement from Tiger about going to rehab. And Switzerland feels like a place where a lot of rich people go to rehab. So even though it wasn't reported whether Tiger was on the plane or not, it seems likely.
Yeah.
I mean, this goes back as far as the early 1900s. People were going to rehab in Switzerland. I read a book about it. Oh, yeah. Oh. Switzerland was like the clean mountain air. Everyone was like, you got to go to Switzerland.
Wow.
To get your life together.
Oh, okay. I love that. That great for those people.
Or they just had offshore bank accounts and it was very convenient.
Also that. Yeah, this Tiger thing, it's just kind of sad. I don't know. The whole situation is just sad, and I hope he gets the help that he needs and is able to get his life together, because it's not looking great right now. No.
Anyway, on to happier things. You put this in here.
News. Yes. Josh Allen and Hailee Steinfeld. Josh Allen, quarterback for my Buffalo Bills. Hailee Steinfeld, actress in the Oscar-winning film Sinners, announced that they had their baby. And then after they had their baby, unclear when the baby was actually born, but they attended Sam Darnold's wedding last weekend, according to People magazine.
We got a show packed with people having babies and then going and living their lives with the new baby. It's very impressive.
I know.
Yes, Sam Darnold, Super Bowl winning quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks. He and his fiance Katie Hoofnagel got married, but we haven't seen any pictures. So if anybody has pictures of this, we are dying to see the flowers from this wedding.
Well, my theory is that it'll be a Vogue exclusive. And that's why we haven't seen the photos. Methinks.
Methinks you're right. Methinks you're right about that. I once was at a Super Bowl party. I think it was in 2020. And I was at this party and I was coming down to let somebody in. So like I was there, and yet Josh Allen and Sam Darnold were waiting in line together. They had like friends with them. There were a few people. They were waiting in line to get into this party that I was at. And I was like, guys, if I'm at this party, I feel like you don't need to wait in line. Like,
right.
But Sam Darnold was a few people behind Josh Allen, and he kept going like he had his hand over his mouth and he was going, is that Josh Allen, the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills? And Josh would be like, shut up, man. He would be like, I think that's Josh Allen. So I feel like these two have been friends for a while, and that just has always made me laugh when I hear about the two of them together.
I love that. They do seem like good pals. Now, my question is, did they both get in?
To the party?
Yes.
Yes, they did.
Good.
And this was soon after Sam Darnold had mono, and there was that image of that the Jets put out that was like out indefinitely, mononucleosis.
Charlotte's favorite post.
I think about it once a week. I made a joke to Sam Darnold about mono that I don't think he thought was funny. And he was there. He and Josh were there.
Okay. Well, I hope they had a good time. And I hope they had a good time at Sam's wedding. And obviously, if photos come out, we will be reviewing the flowers.
And I would just like to take this moment to formally apologize to Sam Darnold for joking about mononucleosis.
There we go. Thank you, Charlotte. Well,
You're
speaking
welcome.
of compressed flowers, Gracie Hunt, who is the daughter of Kansas City Chiefs owner Clark Hunt, is engaged, and we have to talk about the flowers of the engagement. A lot of shareholders sent them to us. I can only describe them, Charlotte. If you click the link, there is a link with some photos if you have not seen them. But
Yeah, I'm in.
there are a lot of white flowers, a little bit of greenery, and probably at least 100 or 200 votives with candles in them.
Look, sure, the flowers energetically are compressed, but we have to talk about these I've never seen so much glassware in one place, not even like Williams Sonoma. This is like the scene in Miss Congeniality where Sandra Bullock plays the glass water glasses. Yeah, this is crazy. We need a new word for whatever these votives are.
Yeah, shareholders help us think on it, because I think compressed flowers walked so votives could run. Because I think votives are becoming an epidemic in the athlete, wedding, and engagement community. It's too many. It's too many. It's not to say this isn't pretty. It's a pretty setting. But when you swipe through to, it's the second to last photo, Charlotte, that it's with some drapes and then the flowers. But then it's a photo with, it is so many votives with candles. It makes me a little ill, I must admit.
No, same. It makes me nervous, because one false step and it's like a dominoes of vote. It's like a Rube Goldberg machine of breaking glass votives. Like this is not for the faint of heart. This many votives.
It's not for the faint of heart. And I'm also going to say, if you go to the last photo, it's a really interesting and pretty setting. There's cacti, flowers.
There's cacti.
Oh, I'm going to move on from that. But it's a really beautiful setting already, and it doesn't need anything, really, in my opinion. And so,
I agree.
And it also looks like it wasn't that dark. So what's the point of lighting candles?
Also, you know what? They're not even relying on the candles for light, because the cacti each have an individual light bulb illuminating them.
Yes.
I've never seen illuminated cacti at a proposal before. That's interesting. You don't need the votives.
You don't need them. No, you don't need them. I actually think, I think if they got rid of the votives, the flowers wouldn't feel as compressed.
I agree, because if you look at,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yes. If you look at the flowers, they do have more room than some compressed flowers have, but because the votives are compressed, I mean, those votives can't breathe. Gracie Hunt's got these votives in a chokehold. This would be less compressed if there were less votives, and I don't think we've ever said the word votive as many times as we just have.
No, the votive epidemic must be stopped, along with compressed flowers. It's got to end. And I know from having my own wedding, I remember we needed some votives for just the tables, and they were expensive. So it was cheaper. I think we ended up buying them ourselves on Amazon. It was cheaper than the rental. I'm like, it's literally like a glass container with a little tea candle inside of it.
Which, who doesn't love a tea candle and a votive?
Right.
You just don't need... These are not tea candles either. These are like fat candles. Well, these candles are thick.
Well, they're thick, boys. And I actually think, oh no, they are real candles. I thought that they maybe were fake, because here's my question too.
No, I was going to say the same thing. I was going to say, I think they're fake. You think they're real?
No, I think they're real, because some of them look unlit. Like, yeah, no, I think they're real. I think they're real candles. And how I feel about it is, this looks like a very dry climate. I don't love seeing this many lit candles.
Such a good point.
I'm sure they were put out in very responsible fashion. However, don't love it.
You know what? I'm not sure, because it looks like they're near some dry grasses. And famously, we all know that only you can prevent forest fires.
Right. Exactly.
So, and you as the collective. Anyway, all right. Glad that. Also, very close to the drapes. Maybe they aren't. But if they're not real, why would you need the votives? Because they couldn't get blown out. The votive is to protect a candle from the wind.
This is a great point.
Well, I think we're done here. I think we've done all we can do.
Speaking of compressed flowers, we have another Vogue wedding that we need to talk about. Olympians Noah Lyles and Junelle Bromfield, the track and field stars, got married in Georgia. And if you click on the link, Charlotte, these are some compressed flowers, I think.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. These are quite compressed. But you noticed something even more interesting than the compression of the flowers.
I did. So I'm looking at this and my sicko brain, my Dan Hurley spidey senses for athlete weddings. I go, I've seen this film before. And I also didn't like the ending because I remembered that a former NFL player, Kemba Walker, also got married at the
NBA.
same venue in Georgia. NBA. What did I say?
You said NFL, but I
did?
It. Yeah.
Well, okay, my brain, NBA. Kemba Walker, former NBA player, got married at the same venue. I believe it was a couple years ago, and also had compressed flowers. But they're different. They're like spiraled around the columns under where they got married. But yeah, I'm like, what's it with this venue and compressed flowers and athletes? It's like a little triangle, little Venn diagram or something.
Some florist is making a lot of money off of this venue. I'll tell you that much.
Yes. It's like the flowers are beautiful in both instances. It's just a lot. It's a lot of flowers.
It's a lot of flowers. Look, we're just trying to save people money.
Exactly.
We're just trying to save these very rich athletes a little bit of money.
Just a little bit of cash. Anyways, congrats to them.
Okay. In other news, Angel Reese, WNBA star. This was shocking. Well, we'll get into it. Angel Reese was traded from the Chicago Sky to the Atlanta Dream, who are sending their 2027 and 2028 first-round picks to the Sky. And they are also have the right to swap 2028 second-rounders. This makes zero sense as a basketball move. Angel Reese is an unbelievable player, leads the league in rebounds. This was only her second year in the league. Like, she is someone that you want to hang on to. And instead, the Sky are just like, Dream, you can have her, which is great for the Dream. This is very exciting for Atlanta, but this is a pattern. Fans are pissed because this is a pattern that the Chicago Sky have. They do not keep their superstars. They got rid of Elena Delle Donne. They got rid of Kalia Copper. They are cheap, the ownership group, for lack of a better word. So it's one of these things where we often talk about where it's like, you want to believe that the people running sports teams know more than you do, and then they do something dumb like this, and you're like, oh, you don't.
No. This feels like such a dumb move. She was their star player, but I agree. It seems like they're just being cheap. As a reminder, with the new collective bargaining agreement, minimum salaries are going to go from $70,000 to $270,000, and Reese's salary will jump to $350,000 this season, and she could be eligible for a supermax deal worth $1.4 million as early as next year, but definitely in 2027. So to me, again, follow the money. These owners are just like, well, she's just going to get expensive, so we'd rather just be a mid team. You know, I'm like,
it's like,
what?
Is this whole team just like a tax write-off for you? Because the only way you can win is if you have good players, and the only way you can have good players is if you pay them. Right. So you're getting rid of a good player so you don't have to pay her, but then you'll just get other players to not pay as much. Do you just want all players that you don't have to pay that much and you think you can win, or do you not care about winning? Do you know what I mean? It's like you start to question the whole thing and the whole motive when a team behaves like this.
The math ain't mathing. I mean, listen, I'm happy for Atlanta, where I grew up. I think that's great. But I'm sad for the Chicago Sky fans. That's a bummer.
Yeah, me too.
It's a bummer.
Me too. And they are it's just not good for them.
It's not good.
But
it's not good.
You know, that's, well, you know what I say? You know what I always say? And that's sports for you.
And that's sports. You know what else is sports for you and also not good? Is when your team doesn't qualify for the World Cup for the third straight World Cup in a row as a former champion. And do you want to know who that was?
Yeah.
Italy.
Oh,
Italy.
Come on.
lost to Bosnia on penalties and are not advancing to the 2026 World Cup. They have not qualified for the World Cup since 2014, which is crazy. It's crazy. So it is not good. Italy is upset, rightfully so. They, I think, clearly got to do some internal work as a national organization because
big time.
Their soccer organization for Italy, they got to shake things up. Something's not working.
Something is not working.
Something's not working.
You know what else didn't work? Madeline Hill?
What?
It didn't work. So the NFL have their annual meetings.
I love the routine of these last things. Like,
we are fighting for our lives out here.
Come on, keep going. You got it.
Okay, the NFL had their annual meetings where the coaches all take a picture together, which is very funny. And at some point, we may analyze it, but it feels like that ship has sailed. The funniest thing about this was that Cleveland Browns head coach Todd Monken missed the photo because he was getting a haircut for the photo.
Unbelievable. It is so on brand for Cleveland. I'm so sorry to Cleveland Browns fans, but this draw all tracks. And I don't feel like it's a great start. Because if your head coach doesn't have the right calendar invite time and accidentally double booked himself for a really important photo, I would argue, what else does he not have a grasp on?
Right. It's like you don't want him to miss a game because he's game planning. That's what this is.
Yes.
He missed a photo because he was photo planning.
It's like it's like opening game of the season is like an afternoon game, but he thinks it's a night game or something. And he's like in a movie, he's like busy. And then he gets out and they're like, we've been calling you. And he's like, oh, I was seeing that new movie. What do you mean? And they're like, you have a game to get to.
He was like, well, I thought it would be good prep for the game to go watch Project Hail Mary in case we got to throw a football really far away.
Exactly. You never know. You never know.
Great movie.
Great movie.
Loved it. Could have been a little shorter, but loved it.
Well, I'm seeing it in a couple weeks in IMAX 70 millimeter. Can't wait. Read the book.
You're going to have a blast. You know what I realized? You know how some people would say, like, I would watch Robert De Niro read the phone book as a way to be like, I could watch him do it. I realized I literally, for 2.5 hours, watched Ryan Gosling talk to a rock.
Yes.
And I was locked in. And so that impressive. Is charisma. That is charisma, my friend.
That is charisma. Well, you know what else is impressive?
Let's wrap this up. Jesus.
Let's wrap it up. Luka Doncic is really trying anything to deal with his injury. The Los Angeles Lakers star is apparently in Spain to receive an injection in his injured hamstring for a grade 2 sprain to deal with the issue in the hopes that he could potentially come back to play with the Lakers during the playoffs, because the Lakers right now are down for the count. Austin Reeves, I believe, is out for the rest of the regular season. We'll see how he's looking for the playoffs. I feel like LeBron was injured, but maybe that's not correct.
No, I think he hit his head or something. Okay. There's a quote where he said he was, when he found out about Luka and Austin Reeves, he said, I took my nap after practice and I woke up with that news. And then he goes on and then he ends this statement by saying, but I woke up from my nap yesterday and then saw that news. And I was like, that was literally my tone, which is just the most LeBron.
Yes.
This is so LeBron. But yeah, it feels like Luka going to Europe. Something about when you say I'm going to Europe to like heal faster, you think, well, what are you doing there?
Well, ask Tiger Woods.
Luka should have gone to Switzerland, famous rehab destination.
Right. Well, maybe he will. Maybe the best doctors are in Spain. But actually, I don't really know about that, considering the Real Madrid scandal with Kylian Mbappe, the soccer star, when they accidentally did the MRI on his non-injured knee, and then he got injured more because he then kept playing. That was in Spain. So,
you're so right.
What's going on there?
I hope they gave him the injection in the right leg.
Yeah, what's going on there? Luka, if you're listening.
Okay, I think we did it. I think we did our show.
as always, thank you so much for watching or listening. And you can follow us on Instagram at Sports Gossip and TikTok at Sports Gossip Show. Please be sure to like, subscribe, rate, and review. It makes a huge, huge difference. You can subscribe to our Substack at sportsgossipshow.substack.com, and our fun little paying subscribers can head on over to Instagram to do that at Sports Gossip. And that's it.
Amen.
Okay.
Okay. Bye.